This week I'm finally going to do something I've been promising to do for ages but not got round to, and that is guide you through the full Shibashi qigong tai chi set. Tai chi is by definition these moves done standing, so if there's anyone out there watching this who thinks, well, I can't stand up, don't worry, I will do something aimed at you next week, because it is possible to adjust these moves to be done sitting down. However, if you're doing them sitting down, they are by definition not Tai Chi, but they are still qigong. And qigong literally means energy work, because the idea behind these moves is that you move your energy around your body, you open up your acupressure points, you open up your body to allow the energy to flow smoothly. Because in traditional Chinese medicine, and that's what this is all based in, Chinese philosophy, all ill health is seen as being due to a blockage or imbalance in your energy flow. So during the full Shibashi set, you fill yourself up with energy from outside, you get rid of stale energy that you have in your body, and then you do another quick rebalance at the end. The idea is that by the end of this session, your energy will be flowing. Now, don't worry if you listen to that and think, oh, I don't believe any of that, because science obviously can't prove that. But Western medicine now very much recognises the value of practices like Tai Chi, Qigong, for two reasons. Number one, they are nice gentle movements that are really good at, unfreezing, frozen joints. They've shown that 40 minutes a day of Tai Chi can be really helpful for the pain of fibromyalgia. We know that Tai Chi is really good for falls prevention in the elderly, because it's still using their legs, it's increasing the sense of proprioception so that you know where your feet are. It's also very good for you mentally, because you are very focused on your breathing and what you're doing with your body, so you are being mindful. So even if the TCM version of why this is good for you makes you go, which I get, it is still recognised by Western medicine as being very useful. Now, some people teach this from a very much mechanical Western medicine viewpoint. I don't, which won't really surprise anyone. I teach it from very much a holistic, mind, body, spiritual, more energy focused viewpoint. But it will help you whatever your belief systems are. So, to start off with, make sure you're standing in a space where you've got plenty of room to move your arms around, so you're not going to knock ornaments off or anything like that. And just take a moment just to stand up. And this is very much a spiritual and energetic part of it. You don't have to do this, but I like to start by bowing in. Bringing your left hand across your body with the palm up. Bring your right hand across your body with the palm down, and then bow gently from the waist, keeping your eyes lowered in love and trust. Now, normally when you do martial arts, when they do the bowing combat, they keep their eyes on their opponent. You have no opponent here. If you're physically in a class with me, everybody and myself would be there, because they want to do the same thing. So there is no need to keep an eye on what's going on. You're showing your love and your trust. And the bow in is starting the process of pulling energy in, because there's two sorts of energy. You've got yin energy that comes up from the earth, and yang energy that comes down from the sky or the sun. It's a little more complicated than that, but basically that bow in just acknowledges the presence of the two energies. So the next that's important is posture. You need to stand with your feet about a hip width apart. You want your knees very soft. If you can, engage your core abdominal muscles by just tucking your tailbone under, or imagining that you're pulling your belly button a little closer to your spine. Let your shoulders relax. Your hands should hang naturally by your side, and just make sure your chin is parallel with the floor, and maybe imagine a little cord coming out of the crown of your head, just a little bit of the sky, just pulling you a little bit straighter. It's important during the moves that your body is open. You don't want any closed joints, because every joint is seen as an energy gate. So all your joints need to be open, soft, to allow the energy to flow. And obviously think about the sheer mechanics of water. Water flows quicker through a straight pipe than it does through one that's a bit kinked and curved. So keeping your body straight is good. But there is one big mantra. Absolutely nothing that you do should cause you any pain or any discomfort. So just do this in a way that works for you. So get yourself into your good posture and send your awareness down to your feet, and make sure that your weight is evenly balanced. And then just stand with your hands by your side. I'm just going to record this exercise on my smartwatch. So stand with your hands by your side, palms facing backwards, and just breathe. And then when you breathe, next time you breathe in, just allow your arms to float up and out in front of you. And as you breathe out, they gently sink back to where they started from. Just make the move in a way that's comfortable for your breath and for your body. There's no prize for a big move. Just do it in a way that works for you. And the Shibashi or any qigong set, it's recommended that you repeat each move 6 to 8 times. So what I will do is, I'm not going to do an awful lot of talking. I'll count you in to the next move. So we're going to do this move twice more. Breathing in, your hands float up. Breathing out, they sink back down. And then last time for this move. And then we'll go into move 2. Starts the same, hands floating up on the in-breath, but this time turn your palms inwards and let your arms spread apart. Be aware of your chest and lungs expanding as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just let your hands gently float back in and back down to where they started from, remembering small is beautiful in Tai Chi. And we'll do this move twice more. As you breathe out at the bottom, relax and let go. And then with your next in-breath, bring your arms up, forming an arch at a height that's happy for your shoulders. Now, if you can get your arms all the way up there, keeping your shoulders relaxed, go for it. But if you're down here like me, because that's all your shoulders want to do, that's fine. So take a breath in. Then as you breathe out, transfer your weight slightly to the left, and at the same time let your right arm uncurl, keeping your back straight. Then as you breathe in, everything goes back to where it started from, and then you do the same on the other side. And then we'll do one more move on each side. As you breathe in, everything comes back to the center. Turn your palms outwards. As you breathe out, just let your hands sweep all the way down to the bottom. And then on the in-breath, let them rise up again. Now with the first 3 moves, you've pulled energy first into the lower part of your body, then into the middle part, and then into the upper part. And with this move, we're mixing all that energy up. And we'll do this move twice more. And at the bottom, relax and let go. Take a moment to check your posture, that you're still happy with it. And then I want you to bring your hands in front of you with the palms pointing up. Now, the next few moves are about releasing stale energy from inside your body. So with your next in-breath, turn from the waist to the left, and at the same time let the left hand float out with the palm up. Then as you breathe out, turn the hand over, turn back to the front and bring the hand back into the centre. Then do the same on the other side. Turning from the waist means your hips, knees and toes stay exactly where they are. It's only the top part of your body that moves. And then we'll do one more move on each side. And as you breathe out, everything comes back into the centre. Let your hands float down, ending with the palms pointing forwards, and just slightly splay your fingers out. Then with your next in-breath, allow your arms to float up by your side as high as your breath, body and shoulders are happy to take them. As you breathe out, let them roll forward and sink down. And imagine you're breathing out through your fingertips. Imagine that stale energy fanning out through your fingertips. And we'll do this move once more. And as you breathe out, just let your hands float down to the bottom. Let your hands hang with the palms inwards. Then with your next in-breath, transfer your weight to the left, and at the same time, let your right hand float up in front of you with the palm upwards. And then as you breathe out, everything goes back to where it started from. Then do the same on the other side. If you want to add in a turn from the waist so that the hand rises in front of the opposite shoulder, do so, but just do what works for you. We'll do one more move on each side. As you breathe out, your weight comes into the centre, your hands float down by your side. Then with your next in-breath, transfer your weight to the left and turn from the waist to the left at the same time, letting your hands float up. And then as you breathe out, you just turn back and reverse everything. And then do the same on the other side. we'll do 2 more moves like this. As you breathe out, your weight comes back into the centre. Check your weight is even on both feet. Let your hands hang down by your side. And then as you breathe in, bring your right hand up in front of you with the palm facing sideways. Breathe out and turn from the waist to the left, allowing your hand to move with your body. As you breathe in, change your hands over and then breathe out and turn in the opposite direction. Now as you do, imagine energy flowing along your arm and out through your palm, clearing energy out from your personal space. And you can help the energy flow with a gentle warrior breath as you breathe out. Do one more move on each side. Turn back to the centre and then just let your hands gently flow into position. One hand pointing diagonally down, the other hand pointing diagonally up. And if you can see that my hands, the one hand, both palms of both my hands are pointing towards the floor. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, turn from the waist, letting your hands move with your body. Breathe in and you change your hands over, going palm to palm. And then breathe out, turning in the opposite direction. And we'll do one more move on each side. And then let your hands float down by your side. Now, with the first few moves, you filled up with energy and you mixed it all up. With that last set of moves, you have removed any stale energy and done some balancing of that energy. The last section is just kind of a repetition of filling you up again. But this time, I want you to put your left foot forward, as large a pace as you can take. Let your hands hang by your side, palms forward. Check your feet are still a hip width apart. Check your back is still straight. As you breathe out, take your weight forward onto your front knee, keeping your back straight, and your hands naturally go down forward. As you breathe in, take your weight back and let your hands rise up. Then turn your hands over as you lean forward and take your weight forward again. Don't lean, just take your weight forward. With these moves, always keep the back foot firmly planted. If you need to balance, raise the toe of the front foot. And then, because balance is important in Tai Chi, step forward on the next out breath. And we'll do a few repetitions of this move with the other leg leading. And we'll do this move one more time, breathing out, your hands going forward and down, breathing in and letting them rise up. And this time as you breathe out and take your weight forward, let your hands go down. This time the palms are facing backwards. And this time as you breathe in and take your weight back, your hands come straight in front of you. Then turn your palms away from you as you breathe out and take your weight onto the front leg again. And then flatten them to take them back. And then on your next in-breath, step back. And we'll do a few repetitions of this with the other leg leading. And then on your next out breath, push away. But then as you breathe in, take your weight back, bring your hands back by your sides, palms facing each other. As you breathe out, your weight goes forward. Your hands come into the centre as your chest and lungs relax. And then as you breathe in and take your weight back, your hands float out as your chest and lungs expand. And on the next out breath, take a step forward, and we'll repeat this move with the other leg leading. We'll do this move one more time, and then step into your good posture. Hands by your side and make loose Tai Chi fists. As you breathe in, bring the hands up to about waist height. As you breathe out, let the left hand go forward and imagine you're breathing energy along your arm into your fist to make it strong and powerful. As you breathe in, let it float back. Then do the same on the other side, and this is effectively what martial artists do when they're doing their feats, breaking bricks, etc. They breathe the energy along the arm and out through the hand, but they generally make a shout. What we do is the warrior breath. One more move on each side. Breathe in, both hands for floated back. Then on the out breath, let your hands float down by your side. And then just pretend your arms are wings rising up as you breathe in and sinking down as you breathe out. I'm going to do this move twice more. And as you breathe out, just let your hands float down. This time, let them come slightly in front of you. And the next move is drawing circles in the air. And the movement should come from these core abdominal muscles, not from your shoulders. So you're turning from the waist and you're letting your breath carry your arms up and down. But just do it in a way that works for you. As my Tai Chi teacher says, do you know, if all you're doing is waving your arms around, you're still going to be doing yourself some good. So it's 3 circles in each direction. So breathing in, letting the hands flow out to the left and rise up. And then as you breathe out, everything goes back to where it started from. And when you've done the 3rd circle, just pause and then do the circles the other way. And as you do your 3rd circle, make sure your weight is evenly distributed, that you're in good Tai Chi posture, that your back is straight. Hands hang by your side, palms backwards. And then with your next in-breath, let your left hand float up in front of you with the palm facing down. As you breathe out, let it sink back down again. Then do the same on the other side. And if you want to, raise one heel to help make sure you stay balanced, whichever heel feels right to you. And we'll do one more move on each side. And as you breathe out, just let your hands come in front of you, and I want you to imagine that you've got a small ball in front of you. As you breathe in, You feel around that ball and over the top. Then as you breathe out, push it down. Keep this move very small, very low. Be careful to take your hands no higher than your heart. We'll do this move twice more. And then as you breathe out, just bring your hands to rest in front of your tummy, because that is where your chi is believed to reside, just behind and below your navel. So just stand and get a sense of everything settling down, settling back to where it should be. And then when you're ready, let your hands hang down by your side, bring your feet together, and we'll bow out as we bowed in. Now, there's a lot I didn't talk about in that, because there's importance to just about everything that you do, including the position that your hands are in. In some cases, it's a question of following something with your eyes, and I didn't mention that at all. But this is just a very, very basic demonstration, the very, very basic set, giving you enough that you need to know so that you can do it safely without hurting yourself by following this video. If anybody watching this is available at 11 o'clock UK time on Thursdays, I run an online class. It costs £5 per session, but I have a loyalty scheme, which means if you pay £25 in advance, payable by PayPal or by Bax, you get 6 lessons for the price of 5. You don't have to take them all in a block. I keep a record of who comes when, and I tell you, okay, you know, next week's your free lesson. If you want to carry on after that, I'll need some more money. That runs from 11 until 12 every Thursday. As I say, that's UK time, which at the moment is British summer time. It's done on Google Chat, GChat, because that was the app and the system that most of my regular ladies, when I used to run an in-person class, were used to. And they were all happy with that, so I don't want to change it to Zoom or anything like that, partly because with GChat I can have an hour session free. In my classes you do the Shibashi qigong set, which is what we've just done. I do a little bit of teaching, and I also do some mindfulness meditation. So it's an hour that's kind of a full stop in the middle of a busy week. If that sounds like something you would do, but you can't actually attend at that time, then I do have the facility to record classes, but obviously the recording takes time and energy, and I've got to do some fiddling about. So I'm afraid even if I only send you a recording, there is still the same charge of £5 for each time I send you a recording. I'm very happy in future free videos to do a little bit more about the hand positions and how you direct energy with your eyes and your mind and all this sort of thing. But really all I wanted to do was give everyone the basic Shibashi set, the basic Tai Chi moves, so that with the help of this video you can do it by yourself and you can do it safely, remembering the mantra, do not do anything that causes you pain or discomfort. I cannot emphasize that enough. Anyway, I'm now going to end this video, and I will hopefully, I'll be back on YouTube next week. Thank you very much. In the meantime, take care of yourself and remember that you matter. Namaste.